Here we go. Oh, oh, there we go. I'm not yellow today. Good morning, John. Infinitely, Brian. Big, huge. Thank you for helping Matt. He told me yesterday you guys are doing really well. Thank you so much for that. I don't know how close you guys are to being finished, but I really appreciate that help. Really do, Brian. I couldn't have done it without you. Big thumbs up for Brian. He spent the entire day with Matt tinkering around. God only knows what they were doing. Actually, I know what they were doing, but it was great. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Big thank you. John, infinitely, Brian, Tom, Stacy, Devin, Rich. Good morning, Rich. How are you doing? I haven't heard from you yesterday. Hope you're doing okay. Send me an email. I want to know how everything is going. Robert, Lydia, Vertuvian, Glenn, Chad, Jill, Moondog, Steve, Dr. Serena. Good morning, my actuary. How are you today? Chris, Jean. Good morning, Jean. Thank you for those cool emails you've been sending me. Brian, Jody, Dave, Wade, Colleen, CJ. We got a lot of people here. Let me. David, Genevieve, Pete, Beam, Clay, Motown Guy, Delroy, Rosalind, Ralph, Ricky, Robert, Henry, Karen. Good morning, Karen. Eagle Beagle, how are ya? Ray, Murray. Uh, no, he didn't. Clyde did not go to Paris, but I got to get him one of those berets, Murray. Clyde would look great in a beret, wouldn't he? He would look great. Joy, Lewis, Kevin, Eduardo, Ronaldo, James, Clay, Dave, Kyung. Um, I want to say hello to everybody. I don't want to miss anybody. I don't want to be rude. Ronaldo, James, Clay, Dave, Kyung, Jill. Good morning, Jill. Richard, Robert, Wes, Omar, Steve, Ali. Good morning, Ali, my friend. JB, Keyhawk fan, Ted, Germa, Liberty, Mark. Good morning, Mark. James, Tim. Rich says daycare issues have to help wife. We are, of course. I totally understand. I hope everything is okay there. Stan, Dave, Kriya, Kirk, Cam. Cam is going to be talking about the Bollinger Width strategy that I explained to you guys the second day of the live class. It's pretty easy and it's pretty cool, and a lot of people have been using it since I taught it. And it doesn't cost anything. It's really cool. Whitco, Kevin. Good morning. Good morning, Kevin. Harley, Raj, Carrie, Ivano, Charlie, Bill, Penny, Harley user. Good morning, W. Wong, Carrie. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in about a minute. Hey, Peter. Good morning. Good morning to you too. Hope everybody is doing well today. Let me give you some links while we're just getting warmed up here. Real quick. I'll be talking today at 1 o'clock about my projections. I'll be talking for about 15 minutes about the overall market. So don't think this is just a webinar. I'll be talking quite a bit about market action and updating you on the second half of the day on the major indices. I'll also have my VIP room today at noon where I'll be talking about hedging. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about hedging. And I'll actually talk a little bit about hedging here and give you guys some ideas. Patricia, hey, from Switzerland. Wow. Woo, all the way from Switzerland. I heard it's the most beautiful place in the world, Patricia. I heard Switzerland is just absolutely gorgeous. By the way, I'm going to be going to Germany the 4th of July week. It's going to be my first week in 20 years that I will be leaving, and I will not be looking at the market for a full week. I promised my wife. It's my first work-free vacation in 20 years. I have not taken a work-free vacation in 20 years. So I'm going to take her to Germany, and we're going to be driving around Germany for a full week. I specifically planned it around the 4th of July weekend because I thought about what is the slowest period of the year. So I figured if I take off 4th of July weekend, I'll only be gone for about 3 work days. So I'm letting you guys know that if you want to take some time away from me, if you want to schedule a vacation, and what I do is very important to you, a good time to schedule your vacation so I'm not going to be around is around the 4th of July holiday. Okay. So I'm letting you know, typically when I take vacations, I take working vacations. I work and I trade full time, but I'm not going to be working because I can't work and go to Europe and enjoy myself for a week. I just can't do that to my wife. So I'm letting you know right now, I'm going to be taking a week, a full week of no Uncle Roger. Matt will be here. Kane will be here. Everything will still be going on, but I will not be here around. And I'll give you the full dates as we get closer. But I'm letting you know right now in case you want to plan your vacation around that time too, so that we don't miss each other. Okay. Yep, my vacation week. That's I figured I picked most vacation weeks. Your wife is right. Get clear for a week. Yeah. It's for the best. And I guess I picked like the best week, right? I mean, 4th of July holiday. I mean, what's going to happen with the market, right? You want to go with me, Naples fan? Infected my left heel, so I miss yesterday. Sorry to hear that, Rochelle. Sorry to hear that. That's not good. Let me give you guys a link to Customer Service Live. Let me give you guys a link to Customer Service Live. Remember, if you were in my class 2 weeks ago, we talked about the Bollinger Band width, not the Bollinger Band, the Bollinger Band width. It's a special tool that I use. I've never seen anybody use it. I'm sure they do, but I've never seen anybody use it before. But I use it to determine if price action is getting too overextended. Why can't I find your link to Customer Service Live, Cam? I don't understand. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I found it. All right, there we go. There we go. Well, it's going to be 9 days, but 2 days I'll be in New York, so I'll be working. So I'm going to New York, then I'm going to Germany, then I'm going back to New York for another night, and then I'm going back here. So I'll be working while I'm in New York, but I won't be working while I'm in Germany. For 7 days while I'm out of the country, I don't want to look at the stock market. I want to just focus on my wife and Germany and castles. Hey, Rich, good morning. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'm a huge lover of castles, and Germany has some of the most beautiful castles. So I want to go and I want to go to Germany and see castles and do what a normal person does. But I'll let you know the full dates. And again, it's going to be happening around the holidays. It's going to be happening around 4th of July weekend, so that I don't bother anybody. Okay. I wrote that yesterday. Customer service needs a big red link on one click. Rich, would you send me an email and I'll forward it to customer service, would you? Please, if you don't mind, just send me an email and I'll forward them so they'll know exactly what you're doing. All right, let's talk about the market, okay? We got a lot to talk about today. I've been to UK. I've been to UK twice, and I've been to UK. I've been to Italy. I've been to France. I've been to Holland. It's time for us to go to Germany. I've been to Austria, but I've never been to Germany. So I want to go to Germany, and I'll be sending you guys stuff. So I need to go. It's not happening till 4th of July weekend, like end of June, basically first week of July. I'll be gone. So the three best castles are within 20 miles of each other. Beautiful, beautiful. So again, I'm just letting you know. It's like let's see, March, April, May, June, July. I'm telling you 4 months in advance that I'm taking off the first week of July. All right. So the market's having a little bit of a rebound. Let's talk. Let's get into this. Thank you, Dr. Serena. Let's now talk about this. The market's having a little bit of a rebound. A lot of folks are asking me if this is a shakeout, if this is a major shakeout or not. Well, I've got a couple of thoughts on that, but generally speaking, the market needs a capitulation. A capitulation. Now, the best indicator to determine the capitulation is the 90-10. When you see a capitulation to the upside, you're going to see about 50 to 100 stocks on the 90-10 long list. Okay? What does that mean? I think it's called. Anyway, you guys talk amongst yourself. But let me get through this, okay? Told me there's nearly no link in one click. All right. So, let me just go through this. The 90-10 measures stock that made a 90-day high, made a 10-day low, and closed at the top. Yesterday coming in, we had 33. See, what it does is it captures a short-term bottom and the reversal to the upside, okay? So when you have a major reversal, this number would be very, very high. That would be a capitulation. We did not have a capitulation yesterday, okay? Um, Here, just to show you what a capitulation looks like. SPY. You see this bar yesterday? You guys see this bar? This bar would have been much, much longer, right? It would have been about much, much longer, and the wick would have been right at the top. It would have looked like a hammer. It would have looked more like this, not like this, where the body is halfway in. So this is not long enough. The volatility here is pretty much the same as these bars. When you have a shakeout, usually volatility is about twice as big. So you see this day right here, this day, this day, this day, they were all bigger than this day right here. So to me, this is nowhere near a capitulation. And folks, I'm not going to tell you things just to tell you things. Okay, I'm going to tell you things because I'm not just going to tell you things to make you feel better. I'm going to tell you reality. This is not a capitulation. This is not a bottom. This is not a bottom. Also, remember, remember what I always tell you. And again, you guys are going to argue with me. What caused this to happen? What caused us to break the 200-day moving average? Here. What is the stinker? What caused us to break the 200-day moving average? Let's see. I want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys something. Remember, I always told you guys that the most important thing is to figure out what's causing the move. If you can't figure out what's causing Meshuggah, yeah, Meshuggah, exactly, Stacy. There you go. Uncertainty. Uncertainty about what? Uncertainty about what? The tariffs. The tariffs. So I like how it's written out right here. This actually lays it out really, really well. Look, the author, he actually did a pretty good job. He's talking about CPI coming out tomorrow, right? Which is the biggest report of the week, and that's the major catalyst. But look what he writes. And I highlighted it. The data's impact on U.S. rate cuts expectations might be limited due to increased worries about the effect of Trump's policies, particularly tariffs on the economy. So, folks, what's driving price right now? What is the uncertainty about price right now, folks? It's right here. It's right here. Uncertainty about what, Glenn? Be specific. What are we uncertain about right now? Fear of unknown? No, guys, it's not fear of unknown. No. We know exactly what it is. What is the uncertainty? There's no unknown here, guys. There's no unknown. Is no one going to say it? Does no one want to say it? What is it that we're all fearful of right now? Catalyst. What's the Yes. Yes. The markets don't know if Donald Trump is going to implicate tariffs or not, and they don't know how much. How much? That's what it is. The economy, right? Exactly. It's what he's going to do with tariffs. That's it. That's it. And again, I don't want to get into what he's going to do with tariffs. I just want to get into the problem. I don't have a solution for you. No. Well, recession is the conclusion, Harley. Tariffs, 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 and more tariffs. Okay. So we know what the stinker is right now. It's tariffs. That's the catalyst. Okay. Do we have any clarity? That's enough. We got it. Yes, exactly, Dave. What Trump will do next. That's exactly right. Folks, and I'm not getting political here. I'm not saying he's going to do something good or he's going to do something bad. That's not what I'm saying. So please don't put words into my mouth, okay? And don't start telling me I'm getting political. I'm not. This is what's driving price right now. I think finally everybody will accept it. You guys didn't want to accept it 2 months ago. I think finally you guys are all accepting it. Tariffs, 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 tariffs. Trump's policy. Who is the stinker right now? We don't know what he's going to do next. They're even telling you right here the impact of the data is going to be limited because everybody's focused on what he's, and again, we don't know what he's going to do next. We don't know if it's going to be bad, and we don't really care. Okay. So let's not get deep into it. Just stick with me here. Okay. It's all about the tariffs. Exactly. Tariffs and Trump, tariffs and Trump. Okay. Trump's tariffs, tariffs and Trump, economy. I don't care how you word it. Okay. So, do we have any clarity this morning on that situation? Yes or no? I'm trying to teach you guys something important here, and I think we're making progress. Do we have any clarity on what's causing the bleeding as of this morning? Zero clarity. Zero clarity. So how can the market capitulate on that? Right. Right. It's okay. We're all saying the same thing. We're good. We're all on the same page. I love it where we're on the same page. Again, folks, this isn't a whether you like him or you don't like him. Impact that I don't care. I don't care. Stay with me here. Stay on the topic. Okay. Okay. This is why it's important to know what the stinker is or who the stinker is, because you will never know when that trouble will end. So, hypothetically speaking, yes, Dan, no clarity, no clarity, lack of clarity. Thank you. Observe other countries' policies towards the U.S. Yes, yes, there's no clarity. Okay, we're all saying exactly the same thing. Thank God for the first time. Maybe I did something good when I prayed last night. Okay. So even Trump doesn't know the issue. All right, let's skip that for now. So my point is, if we don't have any clarity on the issue that's causing us to move, whether up or down, then how can we have a capitulation? You capiche? That's why it's very, very important to understand who or what the troublemaker is. Because if you don't understand what's causing the move, then how can you gauge that move? I'm not bashing him, Dave. See, again, I'm not bashing anybody. Stop with the bashing. This is not about. We're trying to get political here. All right. So we don't have any clarity on the market right now, and nobody's bashing anybody. Okay. All right. So we don't have any clarity, and the market. And to me, after going down 900 points, this isn't even a bounce. This isn't even a bounce. This isn't even. Let me show you what I mean. Look at where it is on a. Look where we are right now on the Dow here. Let me show you. So very, very little bounce. Very, very little. Uh, yeah, no one's bashing anybody here. I mean, okay, good. Thank you, Naples fan. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not bashing anybody. I'm just trying to talk about what's causing the market. So we are we to me this is just a short pause till we figure out what's going on. Now, what I like right now is that the Dow is above the 200-day moving average. That's a good sign. So, and by the way, it doesn't really matter for right now whether we bounce or we go up. I think we're going to move higher today, at least for the first half of the day. We're gonna. I think we're gonna take some. I think we're gonna see some profit takers from the lows, and we're gonna see a bounce. Cherry says, or is he causing the stock market to somewhat crash to reduce interest rates for just asking you? No, no, Cheryl, no, no, I don't think so at all. I don't think he's paying any attention to the stock market. I think he simply wants to do what he's going to do, and in his mind, he believes it's good for the country, and it may be good for the country. See, this is the thing, folks. I don't want to get into, and I never. My whole thing is about what's causing the market to move. not the impact of it. I know a lot of you guys are very vested in who's right, who's wrong. I don't really care. See, I'm not political. I don't care. I don't care. I care about the market. So I can really give you a straight answer based on how it impacts the market. Use me for that. I'm not going to give you some crazy political answer. I have no bone in this. And what Cheryl's just asking is a good question. Is he causing the stock market to somewhat crash to reduce interest rates? No, no, Cheryl. If he is, that's the first time I've heard that. No, no, no. I think he believes that. I think in Trump's mind, he believes that what he's doing is going to benefit the country and in the long term, and he's willing to take the pain now to make it better over time. My problem with that is simple. Here's my problem with that. And again, I'm not arguing about what he's doing. My complaint is the US market just had open heart surgery. We just started recovering. The Fed less than one quarter ago said that we're finally making strides. And I still believe they're 2 quarters short. I think the economy needed to heal before he does whatever he needs to do so that we can withstand it better. That's the only complaint I have. That's my only complaint, that whatever he does, I just wished he did it 2 months later, 3 months later, so the economy could be stronger. I'm not arguing against what he's doing. I'm not complaining. I'm not judging. I'm just saying that I wish it happened later so the market could be stronger. But I think ultimately what he's doing is he's doing in his mind for the benefit of the country. But it's not having that impact because the market cannot sustain it because we're not in a deflationary zone. Basically, you know what he told Zelensky? You're not in a position of strength. Well, somebody forgot to tell Trump that about the economy when he started doing all of this. That's all I'm saying. That's my beef right there, okay? Uh, uh, just, anyone thinking that printing money for as long as we can, printing. All right, so let's continue. So I think this is just a minor pullback. I don't think this is a capitulation. Okay. All right. So let me break this down and I'll talk about technicals. We don't have major data today aside from JOLTS. This is the job openings report. I don't think the federal government has yet been impacted, and don't think this report will have a major impact. I think everybody's paying attention right now. I think everybody right now is worried about what he will do next. They want finality in terms of tariff. Do you think we need high correlation to the downside before going high? Do you think we need high correlation to the downside before going higher? Gaston, can you please rephrase your question? I think you have a good question there, but I don't understand it. Penny says, what do you think of the statement Fed interest rate cut is back on the table? I think there's a good chance if we can stay strong, they will lower rates. Penny, I think summertime. That's what I've been saying. Summertime. Here's my criticism. I think Fed should have waited 2 more quarters. By the way, Trump told them to. They didn't listen. We would have been in a much better position. And then Trump started doing this too early. Those are my two critiques. That they should have waited to lower rates, and the Trump should have waited for the economy to get a little stronger again before doing what he's doing right now. That's the only complaints I have, folks. All right? That's my critique. If you think that somehow makes me anti-Trump or whatever. So the market is coming up right now, pointing to a higher open on Wall Street after yesterday's dramatic sell-offs, while investors are awaiting job openings report. That's the jobs report. Okay? We went to a 5.75 month low yesterday. Very, very bad. Very, 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 very bad. The Magnificent Seven sank quite a bit. Tesla tumbled 15%. Nvidia, very, very bad. Crypto stocks lost. I think by now everybody realizes that there's a huge correlation between crypto. By the way, both crypto and the Dow Jones, I just want to show you guys something. Both of them bottomed out. Both of them are at the 200-day moving average. Folks, I'm going to give you a little tip today. keep your eye on the 200-day moving average, specifically in relationship to the Dow and towards Bitcoin. Hey, Gaston, can you rephrase the question? I'm sorry, I just didn't understand your question. I'm not ignoring you. I just don't understand your question. Do you think we need high correlation to the downside before going higher? Can you rephrase it? I think you're onto something, but I want to make sure I understand your question. Please rephrase. All right. So Bitcoin is bouncing off the 200-day moving average. We need to start filling in this gap on Bitcoin. We need to start filling in this gap. Okay. Let's continue. And yes, Bitcoin is very much correlated to the stock market, folks, for anybody that don't realize that. Speculation is growing that U.S. President Trump is preparing to endure economic and market hardship in pursuit of long-term goals involving tariffs. And that, folks, is what's driving the price of the market right now. Not China, not semiconductors, not the CPI. That is driving price for the benefit or the detriment, however you want to look at it. He said Sunday on Fox that economy is going a period of transition and declined to rule out recession. When he said that, that's when the market dropped below the 200. Yeah. As Trump supporter, I think Trump's tax cuts should have been enacted before he enacted tariffs. Yeah, Glenn, I agree with you. That would have been. Again, I'm only. I think it's healthy to have a normal discussion, folks, without throwing anybody under the bus. Investors are growing increasingly anxious due to the whipsaw tariff effect. You guys already know what it is. Are we going to have steel imports? Folks, 25% imports on U.S. steel could set off a huge alarm bell. Huge alarm bell. The significance of my earlier comment is assuming my prediction is correct. How could we benefit from it? Rice, can you please repost it? I did not see it. Please repost it and I'll gladly, I love the questions. I love the interaction. Just post it here. And folks, how about some thumbs up? How about some thumbs up for the only real show that gives you real answers? And we're going to get into that in a minute. How about some thumbs up? Let's see how many we got. We got 130 and we have 500 people in the room. How about some thumbs up? All right. So we're going to be watching CPI. Folks, just so you know, the big number tomorrow is going to be right here. This is the number we're going to be watching tomorrow. And this is the big number we're going to be watching right here. The X food and energy, 3.3. We're looking for 3.2, 2.9 to 3.2. As long as this number's lower, we're okay. The market went down these days in every sector except staples, healthcare, and maybe utilities. Usually when markets exhaust selling pressures after every sector is sold and goes down. Yes. Yeah, Gaston, yes, every sector. Usually when the market goes down 900 points, every sector will be involved. Unfortunately, we can't see if any of this will work. Businesses cannot plan effectively. Yes, that's exactly right. Businesses cannot plan effectively. All right, let's continue. We have a 95 they're not going to lower rates, although I do believe they're going to start thinking about lowering rates towards the summer, if things get better. And I think they will get better, folks. We have job openings report today. Europe is giving us a little bit of tailwind. They're up 0.59, recouping some of the previous losses. This is not a big recoup, okay? While investors evaluate whether increased public spending in Europe may offset risk for potential trade war, U.S. automobile stocks gain ground, not Tesla. China led index reversed earlier losses and closed higher today. Consumer and defense stocks led the gains. Investors shrugged off general risk-off mood stemming from U.S. equities. Good. Japan closed lower, tracking overnight losses, dropped to its lowest level since September 17th. They're not doing good here at all. Are we really paying $1 million to investors every 100 days on national debt? Yep, we are. Musk up at night to figure out how to back out of the tariff mess without losing too much respect for POTUS. What keeps Musk up at night is to figure out, maybe, I don't know. I don't know, Rice, but I hope that's what he's doing. I'm going to talk, Carrie. I'll talk about my stocks. I'll talk about my top stocks, and Verizon is part of it. Just give me a chance, folks. Give me a chance. Give me a chance, please. So Europe is not giving us any tailwind. China's not really giving us much. We're kind of mixed. Tesla climbed more than 4% in pre-market after U.S. President Trump expressed support for Elon Musk, calling him a true great American. Let me give you another interpretation of this. President, excuse me, Trump, I need your help. My stock is bleeding. 50% of the nation is not buying my stock. I can't sell my stock. I'm in deep doo-doo, President Trump. Okay, Elon, I'll take one for the team. I'll go and I'll tell everybody I'm buying a brand new Tesla. All right, let's move on now, okay? This, folks, this, folks, is as good as this should be illegal right here, but it's not. That should be illegal. That's market manipulation right there. But all of a sudden it became legal. This is market manipulation to the highest degree right here. And I dare anybody to say it's not. Do you believe this nonsense? Okay, all right. Oracle fell 2%. IT Giant posted downbeat results and gave disappointing figures. This is not going to help technology. Delta tumbled 11%. They cut their guidance, even though energy prices are lower. You guys cracked me up. So this, if come on, you guys can smell shit, right? A mile away, right? Buying a used. He's not buying any Tesla. Okay. This is called let's take one for the team, Elon. I'll take one for the team, Elon. Okay? All right, let's move on. Let's just be honest, okay? Yeah, real talk. I'm being honest with you. I'm just being honest with you. No bullshit. We don't have major earnings today. Tomorrow we have Adobe. That's a major tech stock. No, Stacy, I think he's just talking to Elon, and Elon is coming to him and saying, Mr. Trump, ever since I've been working for you, Democrats don't want to buy, people don't want to buy Democrats don't want to buy my car anymore. And I've lost 45% of my sales overseas. Please help me. And that's what Trump is doing. He's helping his buddy. And that's okay, but this is illegal. This should be illegal right here. The SEC should be all over this faster than you could say, who's your daddy? That's illegal right here. That is illegal. That is market manipulation right there. Yeah, exactly, Alexander. Perfect for a pullback to the downside. That's exactly what I was just thinking. I bought 11 Tesla cars at a huge discount in the last 2 weeks. We have a ton of consumer action on this inventory because the price is low, demand isn't high unless discounted. And Brian's in the business. He would know. Democrats and Canadians. Thank you, Alexander. You guys know I don't like Musk. I don't like his cars, and I never have, and it has nothing to do with President Trump. I have never have. It's something I've never have. I've never been a fan. I think he's full of shit, and I always thought he was full of shit, and I will always think he's full of shit. China, holding up above the 8-day EMA. US dollar is not giving us any reprieve right now. Now, folks, I'm going to tell you a little clue. Remember what I was talking about, Trump and tariffs and how that's a big, 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 big thing? Well, the US dollar is going to start coming back up when we have more clarity on that as well. Nobody's picking on Canadians. I love Canadians. We love Canadians in America. Canadians are awesome. Canadian geeses, you can take them back, but I love Canadians. Americans, I've never met an American that had a problem with a Canadian in my entire life. Okay? Never. This is not good, and we didn't get any pickup here on the US dollar. All right? I do tell you exactly what I think. I tell you exactly what I think. And I think that's why people come here, because I tell them exactly what I think. Yeah, take the geese. Take your geese, but I love the Canadians. The bond market. We don't have a flight to quality on the bond market. We have nothing on the bond market right now. That's not the worst thing in the world. And remember, we have the JOLTS report. All right. Yeah, I don't have anything against Canadians. I love Canadians. I have a lot of relatives who live in Canada. I've never in my life had a problem with a Canadian. One of my partners in Wealth Press was Canadian. We have a lot of employees who are Canadians. Yeah, yeah. This, don't don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Okay. Love Canadians. Yeah, Canadians are awesome. Beautiful women too. I think they're like the second or the first most beautiful people in the world. Canadians. Yeah, don't mess with my Canadians. So the U.S. dollar. Yeah, folks. Just FYI, Americans do not have problems with Canadians. So this is bad. This is very, very bad. And as soon as we get some clarity, the US dollar will start shoring up. This is very bad for our trade partners, folks, for our positioning right now. Okay. Crude oil, nothing. Just staying in this area. Remember what I told you guys? I'm not expecting a lot of movement from crude oil. And I think it'll hold this level. I think if it drops through this level, it'll come down to the 63 level, but I don't see that happening. I think so too. I think so too, Tiago. I think after some clarity, the U.S. dollar will strengthen. My problem with the U.S. dollar is even after it strengthens, I want to see what happens at the 200-day moving average. Oftentimes, we have pullbacks from the 200-day moving average, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Oh, I love hockey. I love Canadians. I love hockey. My dad is a huge hockey fan. Don't mess with my Canadians. Don't mess with my Canadians. Some of my best friends are Canadians. Honestly, I feel really bad for Canadians. Okay, I don't think they deserve this. Gold still uncertainty. See this? It doesn't even know if it wants to go up or down. Uncertainty right at the 8-day EMA. Right there you go, Diana. There you go. There you go. I have no doubt. I have no doubt. Yeah. What does that even mean? Canadians are okay. Politicians have become woke liberals. I don't know. I love my Canadians. I have no problems with Canadians. All right. So nothing from gold. We can't get any clarity there. Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I want to see Bitcoin today in the gap. I want to see Bitcoin in the gap. I want to see Dow Jones. I want to see the Dow Jones. I want to see the Dow Jones not sitting at the bottom of the 200-day moving average. I want to see it go towards the high of the day. Okay. Um, Momentum levels. Folks, I want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys something. 90-day breakdowns. We have 611 stocks breaking down. What do I always tell you when this number gets above 500? Good for you, Ali. Good for you. What do I always tell you when this number... Here, let me make it a little bigger so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Sorry, it's kind of small. You guys can't see it. What do I always tell you guys? Come on, let's focus on this, okay? Let's focus on this. What happens when this gets to over 500? That means not a reversal, a bounce, a bounce, a bounce, a bounce. What happens when? What happens when? What happens when volume, fourth largest volume since 2023? What happened every time? What happened here? What happened here? And what happened here? We had a bounce. We didn't have a capitulation. See, each time we went lower and then we went higher, but we bounced. We bounced hard. Do you guys see what I'm showing you right now? Do you guys see what I'm showing you? I want to make sure you guys are focused on this. Do you guys see what I'm showing you right now? This is the S&P 500. Or actually, no, this is the QQQ. Also yesterday, we had the highest US put volume in history. What happens when we have huge put volume? Is this helping you guys? Are you guys getting this information anywhere else? I need some feedback. Feedback, I tell you. Did you guys see? Are you seeing this? Yes, right here. Highest volume in history on puts. I'm going to talk about that, Daniel. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Highest volume. So, what am I? And by the way, I posted this for you yesterday in the free Telegram channel at night. This is what I was doing at 9:52 last night, and this is what I was doing at 9:56 last night. Is this helpful to you guys? Are you getting this from CNBC? Usually when put volume goes really high, usually when put volume goes really high, we tend to have some type of a reaction. Okay? We tend to have some type of a reaction. One second. Let me make this smaller again. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. It's so small I can barely see it. Soon I'm going to have to wear reading glasses. Talking heads are saying he wants to force Powell to lower rate. No, no one's going to. Powell's not going to lower rates, and not available anywhere. Good, good. So let me show you something else. Let me show you guys something else. Let me show you something else. S&P 5. Hold on. Wanted to show you some really good stuff today. This is this is the market weekly on a 4-year basis. We are in one of the lowest levels we've seen. This is COVID right here. This is one of the lowest momentum levels we've seen. All right. If you go to right here, we're we still can go lower on momentum levels, but in terms of regular trading action without bottoming out, like we had September 22nd, this is pretty low right now. Another thing to keep in mind, and I want to show you this. I want you to see this. This is technology. This is infotech, right? Who's this biggest stinker right now? Infotech. Look at the 50-day line on infotech. Thank you, Kathy. Do you see this? Going back 10 years, look where technology is right now. Folks, what started this move? What was the big start to this move? Technology. Look at where we're at right now. Even if when we bottom out here, it happens very quickly. Let me show you something else. Is this helpful to you guys? Want to show you something else. Look at the Russell 2000. Infotech is in technology. Technology. Do you guys see this? What was the weakest sectors that started all of this? The Russell 2000 and technology. Whoever dealt it is the one that's causing the trouble. You see where we're getting right now? See how we're getting towards the bottom here? So in my opinion, we're getting pretty close to a bounce. Now, several people asked me, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this. A few folks have asked a few folks have asked me if there's a good way to hedge yourself. Folks, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like to hedge myself. I don't like to hedge myself. And I'll do technicals right now for indexes in a second. But I want to show you this asset. This is DB Agricultural Investment Fund. Basically, it has commodities, okay? It has the DB Agricultural Fund, which is just commodities, simple commodities, okay? Commodity families. Here, you could see what it is. Diversified agricultural. Typically, when markets go down, typically when markets go down, commodities begin to rally. So my suggestion is, if you're not 100% certain about the market right now, is you may want to start buying a little bit of this DBA. And this is a natural hedge. This isn't the type of hedge that will necessarily lock your loss in. This is something you want to diversify and maybe put 5 or 10% of your portfolio in right now. This will give you a diversification and a hedge if the market continues breaking down. I'll talk more about this and DBC. I'll talk about more about that in the VIP room today. I have a very special session planned for you guys. But if you guys are expecting the market to go down, or if you want to hedge yourself today a little bit, that's a really, really good way to do it. So today in the VIP room today, I'm going to talk about, should you hedge your position with commodity ETFs? I'm going to talk about CPI report. I'll talk about momentum levels. I'll talk about fastest moving stocks. I'll talk about all of that. Utilities right now are, if interest rates go higher, utility bonds will go lower and utilities will go higher. They're okay, but they're not a natural hedge. They're locked into the stock market. Commodities are not. So basically, if you buy the utilities and the stock market starts rallying right now, this will go down. Commodities can still stay up. It's a natural hedge. It's more of a diversification. Okay, let me now talk about the market, right, and what you guys come here for. All right, so NASDAQ. NASDAQ has recovered very, very little. Obviously, we want to see nothing good will happen until all the indices are above the 200-day moving average. We have quite a while to go here, and this isn't really making me feel warm and fuzzy. After you saw the market going down almost 4%, which is one of the biggest. Look, a full correction on the NASDAQ is 8%. This sucker went down 4% yesterday. This is not much of a bounce, okay? It'll be today, Dave, in Customer Service Live. Let me give you the link for that right now. Let me give you the link for that right now. Okay, there's the link for Customer Service Live. Here's a link for a class that I'm going to have at 1 o'clock where I'll be giving you guys updates on all the assets and giving you some free trade ideas. And here's the link for my VIP room, which is happening at noon today. And we're going to be talking about hedging and other things there as well. All right. Let's see how many thumbs up we have. Let me just do a little count. 234 thumbs up. I don't know. Why don't you ask Cam, Chris? Cam, Chris is asking if you have an email address. All right. So we're going to be watching this today. We want to trade above the high of yesterday. Are we going to be able to do that today? I don't think so. I think that if we can, I think 60% is going to be as good as we're going to get. What about the SPY? Is the SPY ready to turn around? Well, the SPY dropped 2.66% and it's up 0.11 right now. And it's right now pointing towards the bottom. I'm not feeling it at all. Let's look at volatility. And by the way, capitulations usually happen during the day, not at the next day at the open. We are at the precipitous. Yes, I said precipitous. I actually know how to use fancy words. We are at a precipitous of a move that's breaking this candle. Look, this is not good. This is not where we want to be. We want to be here this morning, not here. Right? This is the meat of the move, and we're already beyond the meat of the move in volatility. This is not good. This is not good. Okay. What about mega caps? Let's look at mega caps. Mega caps, same thing as the SPY. Look, mega caps dropped 5% yesterday. They're flat on the day. Look at this, flat. Oh, unchanged. There you go. To add insult and injury. Unchanged. Not good. Not good. To me, this is not good at all. At all. What do I expect today? Well, number one, I wouldn't be surprised if the market broke the low. I want to see what happens after it breaks the low. I want to see if any buying comes in. If we break the low, or if we go into this area right here today, this area right here where the bulk of the meat did not happen, and we start having high volume around here, not good. Also, remember, Brian says, I think I got the code working, waiting for Matt to check it out. Yay! Brian, I'm going to cut and paste that for him and call him in about 15 minutes. I do my usual morning call. I talk to Brian. Get this, guys. I talk to Matt more on the way to work than I talk to him in the office. Here, let me post this for him. Brian, you have no idea how grateful I am. All right, I just posted it for Matt. All right, thank you, Brian. You're a godsend. Is there any catalyst? Boyd, wait, I'll give you my conclusion. Please, please. What babies do you think got thrown out with the bathwater and are the best to watch? I'll talk about that too. Please, 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 please. I will. Penny, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. You know how I roll. I'm like an onion. You got to layer till there's nothing there. All right. Rip your face off. Short covering. Thank you, Brian. I can't wait for him to investigate this morning. So this is bad, folks. This is very, 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 very bad. Very, very bad. And the Dow, as I explained to you, at the 200-day moving average. Let's look at SMH. See what NVIDIA is doing this morning. Well, we went down almost 5%, and we've recovered a fifth of it. Not yet. Not yet. We need at least 60%. And IWM in the toilet. Oh, yeah, in the toilet. Russell looks like it's bouncing pretty well. What about sectors? Let's look at sectors. We don't have any 90-10s? Five 90-10s. When we have a capitulation, we're going to have like 100 here, okay? We do have a big breakdown. Let's look at sectors real quick, and then we'll get into what's popping and what's not. So, home builders have actually been going up. Home builders. Energy has actually been going up. Consumer staples have been going up. Out of all of these three major sectors, the only one that I really like right now is consumer staples. I do like consumer staples. Here's the problem with consumer staples in healthcare. I know a lot of you guys want to be in consumer staples in healthcare. And I know we made some money in Johnson & Johnson and pin interest yesterday. Here's the problem, folks. If you watch the market, Penny, listen and listen good. If you guys go into healthcare intraday right now, or if you go into, what was the other sector I just mentioned? Healthcare or consumer staples. Here's what will happen. Anytime tech rallies, even against the trend, market cap starts moving into technology and out of those defensive stocks. So the problem is those defensive stocks will only give you enough defense while the market is recovering. So my suggestion is go for stocks that have been moving up, not stocks that are just going up as a result. I'm going to give you a list of those stocks right now. Okay. These are stocks that I'm still liking. Now I'm going to give you my short list first, and then I'll give you my long list. And you'll find that most of my stocks on my short list are stocks that are breaking down right now. They're stocks that have been breaking down. Okay? So let me do that. Bill, I'll give you my long list too. See, it's been going down for quite some time. It didn't just start breaking down with the market right now. Why is that important, Roger? It's important because if you're trading a stock that's just started breaking down now, the odds are that stock will start moving up when the market recovers. Where a stock that's been going down for a hell of a long time will more likely just go back down to its mean, which is the 8-day EMA. I want you guys to understand that. CSX, RHI, nice looking stock right there. XYZ, I love this stock, but it is what it is. TTD, first time we've ever talked about this stock, right? D-Dog, the big dog, not good. Look how long this stock has been going down. Foot Locker. Look at the trend. I don't think a market recovery is going to clean the stock out. Maybe for a day or two, that's about it. FLR. My in-laws used to work for this company. Ugh, breaking down hard. Fresh Pet, SKX. So before we move on to the long side, I want you guys to, if you hear news coming out of Trump, now yesterday we did not hear any tariff back and forth from Trump. I think Trump is realizing that him talking about it is starting to impact the market negatively. So one of the first things we've already seen is he's not talking about it. If he stops talking about it for the next couple of days, the markets will start basing out. Will start basing out. We haven't seen that happen yet. And no, I'm not looking for a big reversal. And reversals happen second half of the day. They don't happen in the morning. Okay. And they usually happen when it looks like the market's falling apart. Now let me give you stocks that I would not throw out with the bath. These are the babies that don't get thrown out with the bathwater. Pilgrim's Pride, Verizon. I'd be careful with it now. I wouldn't be buying. I would want to wait for it to break above the 8-day. Johnson Johnson, I still like quite a bit. Still like my Johnson Johnson. Amazing that these stocks held up so well when the market was down almost 1,000 points. Philip Morris. Interesting. Now this is an interesting one. CME penny and CBOE. So obviously the exchanges are loving this because they believe there's going to be more trading going on. Okay? Both CME folks and CBOE are breaking out right now. And they've been breaking out for a while. Utility company, volume moving up nicely. Nice trend. PayX, I don't know why the stock is going up, and I don't care, but it's moving up. Core, yeah, me too, Raj. Core and MCK. Those are the stocks that I'm liking. Now, let me give you my analysis for today, okay? We don't have major news coming out today, and so far, if this bounce is supposed to convince us of a big bounce, it's doing a horrible job. Volatility is near all-time high, and the market's pretty much flat. Now, remember, folks, this is after being up 100 points. Look at the Nasdaq overnight high, 19,585. It's now at 19,467, about 120 points lower. So we've already dropped 120 points at night. The Dow went up to 42,129. We're at 41,940. So the Dow went up down about 200 points. This is not good. This is not a good bounce. This is not the kind of bounce you would expect. The Dow shouldn't be negative after having a 900 point down day. And there's nothing in volatility that's telling us that we're not going to go lower. Okay. The JOLTS is at 10 o'clock. And honestly, I don't think the JOLTS report is going to have major impact. I'm in this boat right here. See this right here? This guy said it best. What's his name? His name is Alexander Pilpenko. I think he's Ukrainian. He said it best. Even though we have CPI, everybody's focused on increased worries about the effect of Trump's policies, particularly tariffs. This right here is the biggest news of today. That's what's driving the market right now. So I think we're going to break the low of yesterday. The question is, are we going to end higher? I'll be updating you throughout the day. I want to start seeing this number, 611. I want to see this number go to 300 by the end of today. And I want to see us closing in the upper 20th percentile of the range. If we see that, we're going to see a lot of 90-10s popping. So far, we have no 90-10 poppings. Yesterday, we had 33. Today, we have 5. There's no 90-10s. So I'd love to tell you that the market's going to reverse, that things are going to get better, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We have not had a capitulation. In the best case scenario, we may be having a little bit of a bounce. Now, one of the areas that we tend to bounce is, let me just show you this. It's charging some of the customers in Wisconsin 25% more for electricity, more customers for Wisconsin Energy. Thank you for that, Dave. You see the SPY? This is right here. The first point of support is the 200-day moving average. For that to happen, we have to go from 560 all the way to 571. We have to go up about 11 points on the S&P. I don't know if that'll happen today. Cryptos need to start moving into the gap. And cryptos have not been defensive on stocks. And also, mega caps, just FYI, mega caps, 200-day. There's no support till folks, the 200-day moving average. SMH, I got to get out of here. 8-day EMA. Cryptos, here. Cryptos need to go above. They need to get into this gap. They need to get into this gap. All right, folks, here's my link for the 1 p.m. class. I'll be giving you full updates, including brand new stocks that I like in light of today's trading action. Here is the link to my VIP room, where I'm there every single day. And here is the link to Customer Service Live, where Cam and Gustavo, hey Gustavo, I hope you're doing well, are going to be talking about Bollinger Width. Don't confuse Bollinger Band with Bollinger Width. And Cam, if you want a preset template for Bollinger Width, just let me know. I have a preset template here on my bar chart. You can just log into my bar chart and you can set you can have the preset template, okay? This is what I used to demonstrate the class last Friday after lunch. I hope you guys have a great day. If you have any questions, my email is roger@rogerscott.com. I don't bite. I'm not politically motivated. I don't have a bone in this. I'm economically motivated, not politically motivated. I just want the market. I want us to make money. That's the only goal I have. If you guys want to send me an email, that's fine. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Canada is threatening to turn the electric supply off. Ay vey, I'm going to need some Alka-Seltzer. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Please don't start buying stocks yet. This is not the time. Don't be a hero. Don't be a hero and think stock. Don't bottom pick. Do not bottom pick. You will get your fingers really dirty. Brian, thank you again. I can't wait to talk to Matt, and I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao. Bye, guys.